Hello everyone, it's Patricia and welcome to my channel. Today is Tester Tuesday. If you're new, basically what we do is we draw 6 cents from a box. You guys vote on 2 cents. Whatever the leading votes are of the 2 Scentsy scents that I draw, I melt through those testers and I give you reviews. So at the end of the video, we'll do that again. Last week we had quite a few votes, and I should have mentioned the week that we did coconut cotton and vanilla mint, we actually did set a record. So now we have a new record to beat. But last week's results are in top place with 29% of the vote, a nice wine burgundy colored wax of Aussie Plum, and with 20% of the vote, a creamy beige wax of, it's hard to see, sweet cream spice. So the order of voting, if you're interested, was basically in top place Aussie Plum, followed by Sweet Cream Spice, then Accidentally in Love, which was 1 vote missed, I think, out of 82 votes. So pretty close to second. Then we had Watermelon Mint, Spiced Pear, and Wild Red Berry and Sweet Melon. And the first 4 scents were pretty close, and the last 2 were a little bit closer to the bottom. So let's talk about Aussie Plum. It is our first place scent this week. It is retired. It was last available in January 2018's Bring Back My Bar edition, and I did pick up some at that time. So this one I had a big party and 2 minis, and what I did this week was I asked my daughter to smell both scents of testers and asked which one she would prefer in her room. Being the fruit lover that she is, she went with Aussie Plum, so we put it in her room. On cold, I get a lot of tartness. I can pick up plum, but I know that there's something else there. I was thinking pomegranate or currant and a zing. There's definitely a zing. So, excuse me, I just ate very quickly. Fragrance appeal on cold is about 8 out of 10. I really enjoy this scent, and it's pretty strong on cold, between strong and medium. Medium to strong. Scent description for Aussie Plum. It's a melange of juicy plum, pink grapefruit, and tart pomegranate, and smooth vanilla. So I definitely get plum. I was surprised there was grapefruit, but that kind of explains that zinginess. It's like a sweet tart citrus tone. And then the pomegranate, I could pick up on that. There's no currant, but there is pomegranate. And vanilla, no, I don't get any vanilla. So this scent I put in my daughter's room. Strength and throw was a little bit lower than I thought it was going to be. It was about 7 out of 10, and I had it lasting 31 hours over 3 days. It didn't kind of blow me out of the house, so I took some of my full bar and I warmed it downstairs. And I just want to ask, does this bother anybody? I took the middle too. I don't know why I do that sometimes. But so I took those 3 cubes, which I'd normally use in my son's room, and I put it downstairs in his room, and it is still going. It's at the 25-hour mark. And it's been over 2 days. Strength and throw down there is a little bit stronger, 8 out of 10. It's starting to die down now, but I think what happens is that room is a little bit warmer, and her room tends to be on the cooler side. So definitely temperature does factor in on how well you can pick up a scent, as well as room dynamics, all kinds of things. But yes, on warm, it's basically like a tart fruit, nice juicy tart fruit. It's kind of one of those higher scents, which means it feels like it's kind of light in the air, not light as in strength, but light, and you can feel it kind of, it's not a heavy scent that weighs you down. So strength, scent appeal went down a tiny bit on warm for me. This is actually the first time I warmed it. I bought some last Bring Back My Bar and I never warmed it, but I did really enjoy it back then, and I think either what's happening is my scent are changing, or I just wasn't kind of in the mood for it when I warmed it in Tester Tuesday. So just similar to when you go to a restaurant, sometimes you're really craving something, and if they knock it out of the park, it's the best thing ever. I wasn't really craving this, so I'm just wondering if that's why my scent appeal kind of went down. And I also want to say, I'm not sure if I should even talk about scent appeal sometimes, because really I'm just one person, but I guess if you kind of learn my likes and dislikes, that might help you. Because sometimes there's one gentleman that said he listens to my channel because I have such opposite scent preferences from him. He just orders the total opposite from me. I guess that works. Okay, so let's move on. So yeah, this is a pretty good scent. I'm fairly pleased with it. I do have some more in the back, and my daughter really likes fruity scents, so we'll definitely be using this in her room. Sweet Cream Spice is our second place scent this week. 20% of the vote. This is currently available. It is in the fall and winter section of the catalog, and this is year 2 for this. So it will probably retire February 28th, but we shall see. And for me, I am going to World Tour in Halifax, January 30th. So I'm excited to see what's coming. I told my husband about World Tour, and he said, is that where all the dealers get together? And I'm like, we're called consultants. He's like, oh yes, sorry. He was totally calling us drug dealers. Okay, sweet cream spice back on track. So on cold, I would say it's about a medium plus intensity. I get a very creamy vanilla vibe. It reminds me of a creamy fudge with like score bits and maybe a bit of spice, a little bit of a medley of spice, but a lot of almost like a caramel brown sugar tone to me. On cold, that's what I get. So I had one of each tester. I had a party, a mid-size, and a medium. So because she didn't want it in her bedroom, I put it in mine. Fragrance appeal was about 7 out of 10. I liked it, but I wasn't sure about it, so I thought, well, let's give it a try. I've never actually warmed this scent before, but I did pick it up as a mixer. So let me read you the scent description for Sweet Cream Spice. It is vanilla bean and nutmeg swirled with frothy milk. So I definitely smell vanilla. It's a heavy vanilla-based scent. Nutmeg, I smell a medley of spices, not so much clove and cinnamon, maybe more allspice and nutmeg and that kind of thing. Nice warm spices. And frothy milk, I think the nicer way to say that is cream. I definitely smell a creamy component. What's not mentioned here is sweetness. There is a lot of sweetness in this scent. A lot. So keep that in mind. So on warm, I really find that it was pretty strong. Like kind of blew me out of the bedroom strong. I needed to take breaks. I would say 9 out of 10 easily. I had this going 33 hours. I had to turn it off. I'm just taking a little break from it. It is at a more mellow stage right now, but let me tell you what I got kind of in the early stages. I got an intense sweetness, a vanilla-based sweetness. Still kind of reminded me of that fudge, and not like a, you know how some fudge is grainy? It's more like a creamy fudge. But also what happened was, it's kind of similar to when you open up a pack of that Quaker maple and brown sugar oatmeal again, but not when you mix the oatmeal, just the dry mix of the packet. And I actually pick up the tiniest bit of maple tone to this kind of early in the warming. So on day 2, when I was warming this, I had Christmas Cottage down in my open area warming. It was day 2 for Christmas Cottage. So obviously in the big open area, Christmas Cottage had kind of diluted a bit. But I was sitting down on my island, which is a long ways away from this area that I record. And this door was open, and all I could smell was sweet cream spice making its way down to my open area. So it's definitely a strong scent, especially at the beginning. Probably the first 24 hours kind of thing, it was pretty strong. Then it started to die down. As it started to die down, it's more like a creamy, like light cream scent, and definitely nutmeg. So it's almost like some of those spices leave and you're left with a nutmeg. It's pretty pleasant. It's kind of low tone right now, and I think I might enjoy it a tiny bit more now, but sometimes I'm wondering how long it's going to go. So definitely a great performer. I'd say fragrance appeal on warm is still about 7 out of 10 because it's so sweet that where I need to take breaks and things, I don't know. What I think sweet cream spice is good for, bigger areas, because it's strong, it will kind of dilute that sweetness. Or if you really like sweet scents, you can try it. Maybe if you're in a smaller area, start with slightly less wax than you would normally use, and then bump it up as needed. Because once you have a certain amount of wax, you can't kind of, well, I guess you could let it cool and take it away, but you can't really easily go down. So if you want to pick this up before February 28th in case it retires, and you're not sure if you're going to like it, I would say people that like, say, Caramel Vanilla Delight or Sugar Bells or Cozy Chai, maybe even if you like Gingerbread Donut or Cinnamon Chai Latte, scents like that, you may enjoy this scent. So give it a try. I am going to use this as a mixer because of the sweetness and the creaminess. I think it's going to be great with breakfast blend. So that's kind of my goal. I have a couple in my stash, so I think I'm good. But it's a great performer, and one thing I like about great performers, even if you don't enjoy the scent yourself entirely, I want everybody that does love the scent to have great value for their money. So maybe you can get away with using slightly less wax. So again, a little bit better value for your money. So let's draw the 2 cents this week, or 2 cents. We're going to draw 6 cents. You guys are going to vote for 2. If you cannot vote down in the comment section below, you can always find me on Instagram, and I will put my information here. It's Patricia Gates. I usually mostly post Scentsy things, but sometimes a little bit of other things creep in there. So let's draw 6 cents and see what we're going to deal with this week. Set number 1, oh, we got 2 here. And the lighting, it's very early in the morning, and I don't have any other lights on, so it's hard for me to see. Set number 1 is Pistachio Ice Cream. Set number 2 is Fresh Cut Daisies. Set number 3, Aloha Citrus. Set number 4, Lush Gardenia. I think we have a lot of spring and summer sets coming up. Interesting. Set number 5, Paradise Punch. And set number 6, I can't even read this, Shimmer. So not a single fall winter scent in sight, but hey, let's go with it. So your voting options this week: Pistachio Ice Cream. What's this one again? Fresh Cut Daisies, Aloha Citrus, Lush Gardenia, Paradise Punch, and Shimmer. So I will check back Thursday, or Wednesday, sorry, I'm all confused from the last 2 weeks. You have 1 day to vote. Please, if you want to, consider subscribing, and if you want to be notified when this video posts, press the little bell right next to that subscriber button. You'll be notified when Tester Tuesday comes up, and you can make sure you make it within the voting frame. So as always, thanks for spending the last 12 minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.